Today, we're covering the beautiful Edelgard from Fire Emblem Three Houses. Leader of the Black Eagles, she's the only female house leader in the game, plus she's got a massive axe. And best of all, she swings both ways.
Ooh boy.
With that, here are my reasons why Edelgard Von Hresvelg is waifu material.
I'm glad you called me here.
Spoilers for the Black Eagles campaign. Appearance-wise, she's an absolute beauty, with light purple eyes and long white hair.
I don't fuss with makeup all that much, but I do take excellent care of my hair.
Which is accompanied by that confident smile. You'll also notice that she has really pale skin, which makes it super obvious when she's blushing. When inside the monastery, she wears a decorated version of the black and gold uniform, with a puffy bit in the chest area. And like most royalty, she wears a pair of white gloves.
How did you know this was mine? Thank you, my teacher.
And to represent her house, she wears bright red leggings and a red half cape over her left shoulder. When she's not on the battlefield, Edelgard has excellent manners and a rather refined way of speaking.
Oh, Edelgard! You scared me, you should have said something.
I did, but no matter. What has you training with such intensity? It's never good to neglect one's training, but overdoing it is ill-advised as well. You could already give any student here a battle they wouldn't soon forget.
You think so? Well, thanks. I appreciate that.
Adding on to that, she's also very graceful on the dance floor, making her a surprisingly good pick for the dancer role.
Just leave this to me and victory is assured. Suppose we should practice then, shall we?
On a side note, Edelgard was actually the one who taught Dimitri how to dance.
Her instruction was, though let's call it strict, to put it nicely.
You're supposed to lead with your right.
Hell, the sun's going down. I really ought to be heading home.
As a house leader, she's rather understanding, often looking to solve the issues of her teammates. However, she may have the reputation of being too serious.
We only managed to win because we worked together. Was it something I said? Is it so odd, me talking about togetherness? If so, that perception must change. In fact, I'm canceling the festivities so we can discuss this topic further. I'm kidding, of course. Come on, everyone, we've earned this celebration.
She generally treats everybody with respect and doesn't discriminate between nobles and commoners, with one of her best friends being Dorothea.
Hey, Adie. Uh-oh, you're scowling again. You're going to get wrinkles all over that cute face of yours if you don't smile more.
One might even say that she prefers commoners, as they don't have the ego, unlike somebody.
Only that I will find some other way of showing everyone that I am superior to you. Huh. I will write a handbill listing your accomplishments, alongside my own more impressive accomplishments.
This has to stop. Perhaps I should have ended things with a duel after all.
Within the Black Eagles, Edelgard's the only member with 2 crests, which was once thought impossible. During one of her early supports, we hear some noises from her room, only to find Edelgard alone. This is where she tells us the tragic story of how she and her 10 other siblings were subjected to some experiments, with her as the sole survivor. To make good on the sacrifice of her siblings, Edelgard makes full use of the 2 crests, which are the Crest of Flames and Crest of Saros. The Crest of Flames offers a chance to recover some HP, while at the same time giving a small chance to increase her might and stop counterattacks, while the Crest of Saros grants a chance to raise her might when using combat arts. As the house leader and heir to the Adressian Empire, Edelgard naturally has a bodyguard named Hubert, who in some way reminds me of Professor Snape. Loyal to the end, he will do anything in his power to keep her safe, even if it means threatening people left and right. During one of their later supports, Edelgard was desperate to know more about him, thus leading to this painful confession.
Very well. You have me beaten. I will tell you as much as I am able. From the assassins I've eliminated, to the gold I've spent on bribes, to the identity of the one I love.
You? In love? Whoever could it... Oh, I've got it! I should have known all along!
You already suspect. I had really hoped to keep this secret from you.
Enough teasing. Tell me her name, Hubert.
It is you, Lady Edelgard. Did you ever really doubt?
Hubert, you never cease to surprise me.
I'm so sorry, Hubert. Even in their ending together, the guy is friend-zoned. In terms of classes, she starts as a noble with a giant axe that really excels in the melee department, later progressing into any of the available classes. After the time skip, she gains a unique Emperor class, which is essentially an armored knight that wields this monstrosity. This very weapon was pretty much made for Edelgard, containing the unique Raging Storm ability that only worked to a specific crest. Very useful for taking out those nasty dragons. While she may not be the fastest unit, she makes up for it with her incredible strength and high charm stats, useful for those high-level gambits. Just a quick warning, major spoilers coming up. If you don't talk to Edelgard much, it's quite easy to miss one of her key events in Chapter 11, which just so happens to be her crowning ceremony. At first, this doesn't seem to affect anything, but it actually provides access to a hidden storyline later. During the Holy Tomb sequence, the team gets ambushed, and Edelgard drops this bombshell on us.
Yes, in fact, I gave the order. I am the Flame Emperor.
No. It's not true. That's impossible!
With this sudden conflict in the story, it leads to a critical fork in the road, which just made me question life. Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. What kind of a choice is that? Why? Naturally, I chose to protect Edelgard, obviously. As an emperor, Edelgard's big plans were to rid the world of crests and eventually dismantle the hierarchy.
So many nobles of the Empire are utterly useless. When I am Emperor, I intend to appoint only those who can actually be useful. It doesn't matter if they're of noble or common birth.
Now, depending on who you side with, this can distort your feelings on the controversial Edelgard. Combined with her level of conviction, one thing is for sure, whether she wins or loses, Edelgard's actions will forever change the world. Despite her superior status, Edelgard seems to have an obsession with us. I'm talking about how she refers to us as her teacher.
My teacher. Teacher. My teacher. Teacher.
This stellar relationship eventually grows into a possible romance, and as I've mentioned earlier, Edelgard swings both ways, thus allowing us to S-rank and marry her, regardless of the gender we pick at the beginning. And yes, you finally get to call her Elle.
You called me Elle. That's... That means more than I can say. And this ring, it's lovely. Thank you, my dearest friend. I will happily accept it. I must admit, I feared my feelings would be unrequited. So long as I had you by my side, it never mattered how many enemies I amassed. You were all I needed.
Everybody who's played the tutorial will know that the main character gets killed, only to be saved by Sotis.
Well, it's fine. After all, if you don't know the value of your own life, you're not going to protect it very well, are you?
This all happens when the opposing leader gets desperate and tries to attack Edelgard, who, despite being ready with a knife, we decide to rush in and take the hit. Which, if you think about it, makes Edelgard a girl worth dying for. So what do you think of Edelgard? Would you want to be her teacher? Be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment on Edelgard Von Hresvelg, our favorite white-haired house leader.